because the truth about it is, as students, sometimes we feel the burden of not understanding society in itself. We are in a class B there, and that can allow certain mechanisms used.
How many psychiatrists are there in Jamaica registered, roughly, and how many psychologists in Jamaica? We are all disingenuous to be here talking about what is happening right now. We come with policy report, we come with this, and we are not doing. Then we are surprised that the kids are acting like this. And your teachers, you know that when you feel cute, you won't say don't, not don't, but when you feel cute, you can't answer the questions in the classroom. What do you do? You trouble so the teacher can run out of the class, so that you're not there. And I'm just saying, until we, as comrades, our political party, until we put and take a serious step to say to the country, if you want to build the country now, take some hard decisions and not worry about 5 years if we're going to lose or whatever. So we need to take the stand and say, listen, if your child cannot perform or cannot read at basic school, they're going to stay there until they are 6 before they go to whatever you call it. And you take the political farm out if we're thinking about the greater good of the country. If we talk about this nonsense about every 5 years, we're going to continue this nonsense and continue the same spinning wheel. We're not getting nowhere. But somebody has to draw the line and decide to help kids. And if we don't, can appoint shadow spokesmen by education and all that nonsense, it's going nowhere until we draw a line to help the kids, really help them. You understand what I'm saying? And that's all I'm saying. We talk about we have societal problems. How kids at 14, 10, 11, 12 having kids, what do you expect? They have no social skills to deal with picnic.
Comrade Chris, I want to respond.
But that's my 2 cents.
Alright, thank you, Comrade. Comrade Chris, I support all of your points, sir. Comrade Powell, I'm supporting all of your points, sir. So, the Manchester Patriots has commissioned a study and gotten some data back from that relating to schools, violence in schools, and what sort of structures are needed for that. Guidance counselors, Comrade Paul, guidance counselors, the ratio is 1 to 500 right now in the schools. So from a policy perspective, what we need to see is more psychologists being engaged in the school system. Couple of ways that we would put forward that you can do something like that. You can look at it as similar to a legal aid structure, where the professional, so Jam Psych has 300 registered, but there are far more psychologists and psychiatrists in the island. So the Ministry of Education, right, in addition or looking at the medicals that are being done, should include some form of evaluation, psychiatric evaluation in the process as well. Because what you find that is happening now is that there are all these undiagnosed behavioral and mental health issues that are all congregating in one space. And then now you have all these sorts of different flare-ups and bumps and scrapes and bruises. So the other thing though is that how it works is that the guidance counselors also can't engage unless a teacher recommends. So if a teacher doesn't identify that something is wrong and then engage a guidance counselor who may not necessarily have the direct training to deal with that. So it is a fundamental shift in policy that has to happen. What we know for a fact with this though is that this government can't do it. So we know that for a fact. This government cannot do it and is not interested in doing it. What you will see though is that if we want real change, we have to go just vote PNP. It's as simple as that.
DJ, I was waiting. I was like, get up! Really, man, get up! Yeah! My father born ya. My father born ya. Get up! My grandma
Wow, I feel so good to hear this information and to see the engagement of the crowd. So in continuing that spirit, I'm going to invite Mrs. Diana, Comrade Diana, a question. Comrade Diana and then Comrade Sutherland to answer.
Thank you, Jim. I must say that I agree with Comrade Chris on a number of points, but what I want to rise and say this evening, as somebody who was in the classroom, and yes, I'm one of the trained guidance counselors in the space, not operating, I want to know, hear us as comrades come with implementation. I don't want to hear no more studies. We've had a lot of them. When I went to school, we did a lot of those research. We have parents here who are not attending Parent Teachers Association. We have a lot of guidance counselors who are putting on programs, intervention programs. We don't see the parents. And that's the reality. Parent Teachers Association. A lot of us sitting here today are there. It's time for action.
Thank you, Comrade. We actually have a program now that we're doing in a primary school, working with the school and the guidance department. I think what we need to also implement, we have what we do now, a back-to-school medical that is done every year. And what I have been putting forward is that we should do a psych evaluation going forward. Instead of having that medical, we're checking for everything every year, we have a psych evaluation. Because as I said, a lot of students have these mental disorders, they are undiagnosed. About 70% of mental disorders are undiagnosed, they don't know about it. So we have that. And then we have different resources because a student, and I think it was raised, a student who have a learning disability cannot be in a classroom with somebody who is average, normal, who is doing the work and all of that. So if you have a psych evaluation, you know how to place the student. You know how to deal with them. So you put the resources in place to deal with that. Just last week, I visited an institution, an high school in Missouri that has been doing that. They do a psych evaluation, and then they have a different classroom for students who have learning disabilities. So a 15-year-old would be in a classroom where there is a lot of word charts because they have dyslexia. Another one would be in a room where he can damage stuff because he have a disruptive behavior thing. So we need to have the school system and the prison system in Jamaica are the only thing we keep pre-independent Jamaica. Everything is the same, and so you have the same problem, and we don't want to treat the symptom, we want to treat the problem. So we do have a program going on right now.
Wonderful.
All right. Good afternoon, comrades. Comrade Jamila, I want to address my comrade brother over there on the issue of incidents. As an educator, I'm a teacher and a senior teacher of the Kemsill High School in Clarendon, where we have one of the baddest, like Rocky Point, Hayes, Lioneltown, Yorktown. Those are students that attend. I teach is building construction and furniture technology, and I'm the head of industrial arts department. Every school has an incident form. At the start of school, each teacher is supposed to collect at least 10 incident forms. Whenever there's an incident happens in the class, if you even lick mark, you're supposed to register that incident, take it to the Dean of Discipline or the Guidance Council, and from there it is being solved. unless those forms are not being used. And this is why most of the incident escalated to a higher level. But there are, and if you have a strong organization and principal and a strong senior staff, it will not move. Because my school have bad boys, you know. No ask, no question, but they cannot. Then threaten them one another, but by the time it reach to the knife, and they have to come to us. The pants and whatever, the grooming, we are really stern on it. They can't just vex and go to the road and chat them out, but they're not coming in there. So these are things that we have to take a stand in the education system to move forward.
Thank you very much, Comrade Sutherland. All right, we're about to close. Is there anyone else in the audience that would like to contribute towards this discussion? Anybody? All right, nobody. Oh, come on, come.
Comrade, bless upon thanks. You know, this is the first time. Sometime this year, I'll be 64 years old. And this is the first time I get the opportunity to talk to a audience. So much courage around, right? I want to tell you something. Michael Malino is the general. I'm going to tell you why. I become a PNP, you know, not because my mother, nor father, nor friends, nor even grandma, nor no grandparents. But the work, what I see Michael Manley perform as a youngster growing come up. I love this party. And the first man I voted for, I'll never forget. I was born in Northwest St. James. The first man I voted for was Carl Miller. Some people don't even know who is Carl Miller and whatever. We call him Liar Miller in Mobile, Northwest St. James. You know, going come up as a youngster. I remember when Michael Manley won the election, 1972, I lived at a place named Rose Heights. Seeing, at the age of 12-year-old, go to Albion School, just down the road. When Michael Manley won the election, 1972, immediately, in come with Jamal Foundation. You know why? 1962, when we get independence, more than half of the population of Jamaica could not read and write, including my mother. When Michael Manley come immediately with Jamal Foundation and many things, the music that play a while ago, the national anthem for PNP, that song come out 1976, and it was sung by Neville Martin. A lot of people hear this song all the while and they know who done this song. The song was done by Neville Martin. I never gone to school, you know. When I say I never gone to school, because until today I have no certificate to show that I've been there. One of my daughter, my first daughter, born 1985 in Northwest St. James, Miss Aisha James. She died last year. She was a teacher at the Mayday High School. She was sick and she never recovered and she just died. Just last year, at the age of 38. I miss her so much. As I said before, you know, Michael is the general. Them say, boy, Rastaman should not mix up in a bank around mix up in a politics. That them say, no. But I'm going to tell you the reason why. Where I was born, Carol Gardner is just a stone's throw away from where I was born. The 1963 atrocity against the Rastaman. It was Michael Manley who won 1972 and free Rasta out of bondage. Some people don't know that neither. That's why today when we look and see some Rastaman, they say jail Pino. I won't be lying. I have friends with a Rastaman where they say jail Pino. We have a friend same way. You know what I mean? Come and really make politics come between us. But me, I wonder how it reached to that point. They do not know the history No, they do not know the history. See? Trust me, Mike and Manley. Whenever I go to the polling station, when I to vote, you know, I don't vote for nobody else more than Michael, you know. I am, trust me. If I know, me tell my brother just the other day, to be honest with you, he might give me a t-shirt to wear. I'm saying no, I don't want a t-shirt to wear now, because if I wear any t-shirt, if I'm a Mike and Manley upon my thing, I don't wear it. Saying, and election never pass. You know, to be honest with you, me leave something at home this evening. Me shall take it along with me now. My first ID, family live in Mobile, you know. Imagine me live in Manchester over 40 years, you know. And my first voting ID, from them time until now, me have it when me a bald head. My national ID, just imagine that, the first one, I still have it. Keep it as a historical thing at my home right now. See? I really love this party very much, you know. And I never really complain. I know I work hard. Any party in a power, I have to work hard. See, I never really look to stretch my hand. Some people say, I have to collect the vote. Me take money out of my pocket. And me left Richmond. And I drive come a Mandeville, and I drive to Cedar Grove, up at the SDA church, go vote, and go back to my yard, out of my pocket, more than once, more than twice. Just check that, man. I never stretch my hand. Because I can't talk about me have to collect for vote. You mad? Me is a true patriot and the PNP. Me. And me participate in every election, local and general. Election can't come and go vote. Me have to my vote. Me have to for the PNP party. Michael Manley. Big up Joshua.
I love that type of passion. That is passion. That is passion. And that's the same passion each member of the panel has. For you to be a part of a panel like this, associated with a government or a political party, it shows the passion that is coming from the party. And I want to thank you guys for partaking in that passion with them. Now I'm going to allow each one of them to give a minute close off. And after that, we'll have a poem by the head girl of this institution, the Carteret College, Sabrina Barnes.
Comrades, with your permission, can I speak from here? So, comrades, in closing, I mentioned a few points that I think that we have to make sure that we take back to our groups, we take back to our communities and have the conversation so we can build the policy from the ground up. Currently, guidance counselors are 1 to 500. So what we're going to have to look at is that, first of all, the schools have to ensure that the guidance counselors are properly resourced so they can carry out the tasks that they need to do effectively. So that's the first thing. The second thing, the ideal ratio of students to guidance counselors, that is also something that the government needs to put in that policy and ensure that it is adhered to, because schools should be empowered to engage the necessary skill sets that they need. Because now they have a guidance counselor, but they might very well need to have a child psychologist on board. So the schools need to be able to have that sort of flexibility, and they should be able to. Another thing that we don't take into consideration that requires, again, policy, and it just shows the failures of this government. The guidance counselors are not able to design their offices to be safe spaces. When you talk to the psychologists and they look at the spaces that the children have to engage in, the spaces are uncomfortable. So the guidance counselors also have to have that sort of flexibility and that sort of latitude. And again, the program that we're talking about, that we really should encourage this government to explore, but we know they're not going to do it anyways, is that you have to have a program similar to the legal aid program, where the psychologists and psychiatrists that are in Jamaica will provide services to our students. That's my minute. Comrades, the word is love.
Up and running, rain or sun in the PNP party. Come in. Follow me, no jet. Follow me, no jet. Watch this. Say we neighbors string cut from PNP. It no make sense, nobody try change me. We waste our time to go vote with it.
All right, Selector, you are well warm for the public session that follows. Comrades, I just want to say again that while we realize the symptoms of the problem, the underlying problem of what is taking place in our schools, we have to get to the root of the problem. Or else we're going to continually treating the symptom and not the problem. And so while we focus on implementing policies and implementing strategies that will help, I think one of the fundamental symptoms that we need to look at is parental support. Having community workshops with parents, because we can't be fixing things at school and the child is going back home to that environment. So there are a lot of persons who are social workers. They're not working in their field. They have to be doing something else because there's no work. So social workers can get the opportunity to work at home and to work with the parents and work with the students, while the guidance counselors and the psychologists also works with that. I don't know why the patriots are giving me the problem. But also what we need to also look at, and finally as I take my seat, what we also need to look at is school-based intervention. Teachers, I hear the concern that you have the forms that you sign, but teachers also don't know how to identify some simple behavioral issues. And like doctors and lawyers and psychologists have to do this continuing education, I think teachers should be required to do that continuing education on the various forms of mental disabilities, learning disorders, and Comrade Oliphant want to go into public session, so God bless you.
All right, so just as we need more training, we also need more resources. We still have vocational areas without the necessary resources to teach students. We have more students trying to focus on the traditional subjects like the bio, the physics, the chemistry, but we need to move away from that not every student going to be a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, or be able to read and write, but they will be able to have a skill. Most of them parents are mechanics. They don't have a certification in mechanics, but by just being around their parents or anybody in the community, they learn something. So as going forward, we need a government that will focus on these things, just as we plan to focus on the early childhood education.
In closing, I'd like to say from the point of view as a student that the teachers need to remember that...
Hold on for me. Yeah. The noise in the back for me, please. The noise in the back.
As I was saying, I would like the teachers to please keep in mind that respect goes both ways. I had a personal encounter with a lecturer. I'm trying to be respectful to him, but he has his own opinions and he's not wavering in them, and so that affected the class a lot, because when we had issues, he would think that he was always right and we didn't have a stance on anything. So I'd like to remind all of us that respect goes both ways, either young or old, and I'd like to see more mentorship programs in the schools. If we had a real mentorship program implemented, I believe that a lot of violent acts wouldn't have occurred, so that would be a good solution. Thank you.
Right, what we need in our schools is greater collaboration. We need our parents on board. We need all members of the business community, those who are in the regular communities. We need you to come on board, give the support that you can give so we can indeed make Jamaica the better place to live.
All right, comrades, we have been talking for some time, and I also just want to make mention that young people, we're humans as well. We make mistakes, and blaming dancehall music is not helping the issue. All of these workshops that we can have them till thy kingdom come, they might still not help the issue. Our young people, as impressionable as we may seem, we can influence our youth as well. We are here as testament, as young persons on the platform, to show you how educated we are. We are the ones here giving you recommendations and sharing with you recommendations. So my final remarks are that you utilize us to solve the problem. You want to solve the problem, use us as the solution. It's very simple as that, right? There's so much things that we as young people can add to the discourse, and it's time that we have a government that can see young people at the forefront helping these issues. Because all the archaic, because as much as we're alluding to back then, we still have a lot of archaic methodologies that are not working. And it does not take rocket science for us to actually go to young people and find the solutions. We are right in front of you, just like how we can dance to the Ray and we can recite poems like I'm just about to do in a few. Or we can come up here and give you solutions. We can actually be a part of policy implementation and policy creation. So, yeah, my closing remarks is when we talk about the solution, we talk about youth inclusion. We talk about youth participation. And we don't talk about just having certain programs in place. Because as much as we're going to utilize these people to put them in place, what happened when them gone? What happened when them resign and retire? Young people are still going to be here. So for longevity of the programs, for some contingency planning, use the young people right now.
I am also a young person. Huh? And I was a member of the PNP. And now I am a member of the Patriots. And we are not just an affiliate. We are a movement for progress. So I'm urging every single one of you who are able to join any one of these organizations. Come on in, because we need them. Right? So here's a poem by Sabrina. All right.
Oh my God. My one is not really on that tone. I can get a oozing tone, like something sad, something concerning, something thought-provoking. That's what I'm going to do. Because as a young person, the girl that died, Akila that died at Catholic College, is somebody who I know. Somebody who would have been a part of workshops. Somebody who was going to school to better her education. And we see where the young people are being killed. No man, everybody does a talk and a mingle. No, listen to me. Comrades, right. Acts of violence in school is something important. With all the discourse that we're having, we're talking about so many different things. It's time for us to come back to the discourse. And I hope that this can allow you to think more about what is at hand. I see a lot of people moving. All right, so it's a silent scream. In the land of sun and sea, where promises float flee. Like, I feel like there's a, Jimmy, you want to help me out?
Hello. So we are talking about the youth, and the youth is about to perform, and I'm asking for her, or for your undivided attention, for her to grace you with something very important. Please, I'm asking for your attention. I still don't hear the attention. I shouldn't be hearing anything, okay? Please.
All right, so as I was saying, In the land of sun and sea, where promises float free, lies burdens deep, a silent plea. From youth, shackled yearning to be. Corruption, like shadow looms, in grand halls, humble rooms. Dreams are traded, futures doomed, injustice a flower that blooms. Young voices stifled, forced to hush. In the deafening city rush, hopes and dreams they simply crush. In a system painted with a dishonest brush, politicians with their silver tongues sing songs of hope while greed is sung. Promises made to old and young, but the truth like poison in our youngs. A generation kept at bay in classrooms where dreams decay. Bright futures they are led astray. Injustice paves the nation's way. From Kingston streets to the mountain trails, cries the voices of our youth, the system fails. For power and gold, their loyalty pales. And injustice writes our country's tales. In alleys dark where shadows creep, amongst our youth, a silent weep. Acts of violence, sounds run deep, broken hearts and souls they keep. We'll break the chains that bind us tight. With unity, we'll rise and fight. For justice, a future is bright. In the dark, we'll be the light. In this land of sun and sea, we'll shape the world we wish to see, where corruption dies and youth run free. And I'd like for all of us to stand as we, I would say, pay homage to all the young people in Manchester who would have passed, whose lives were cut short. Just 1 minute of silence for those young people who were going to be future politicians, future policymakers, as you'll see Pearson sitting. And it's a serious issue. When we're losing our young people at such a rapid pace, it's time that we call our nation together because it's a serious issue. 1 moment of silence. Thank you so much. And I hope that all of us here knows that it's our collective effort to ensure that our young people are kept safe.
Okay, comrades, we can say that safe. Jamaica future is in safe hands. We have seen that demonstrated by our youths here this afternoon. And so we're going to take a second turn at this time. I'm going to invite Pastor Dorset Husang to come. I'm going to invite Councilor Ryan Peart, other councillors. I'm going to invite Nikisha, our dearly beloved Nikisha. Could you come up? Your seat is up here. I'm going to invite Comrade Patricia Duncan Sutherland to come up. Your seat is up here. And comrades, I want to welcome you to the public session of the Mandeville Division. And I'm going to invite those on the outside to come on the inside while we do devotion. So I'll invite Pastor Husang to come forward as we go do devotion. Pastor.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to get the attention because when you're going to have a meeting, you have to begin it with God. What do you say? And I don't want to be, it's not my first time coming. I don't want to be here as if I'm speaking to the benches or the chairs. So I'm asking, a lot of you are leaders, to lead by example. My brother at the back and everyone could have come and sit for a while. And Mr. Oliphant could have pause even the sharing of the food for just a few minutes as we get into our devotion. Could we pause for a moment?
Just one moment. Can we come in and fill the seats, please?
For us to get together, there's a song we have right here for the devotion. It must have the Savior. Could Ella Oliphant could I raise this song? You know, I was lying in my bed and the Lord gave me a message to share with you. And I want to make sure when I'm sharing the message, I have hearers. What do you say? I'm a straightforward pastor, you know that. I'm not a go and beat the bush. Open up the song, Ella.
All right. Shall we raise the song together? I must have the Savior with me, for I dare not walk alone. It's on, okay? Can we stand as we sing? And the people with the beautiful voices after 3, 1, 2, 3. I must have the Savior with me, for I dare not walk alone. I must feel His presence near me, and His arm around me thrown. Then my soul shall fear no ill. Let Him lead me where He will. I will go without a murmur, and His footsteps follow still. I must have the Savior with me. Must have the Savior with me, for my faith is best is weak. He can whisper words of comfort that no other voice can speak. Everybody in the chorus now. Then my soul shall fear no ill. Let Him lead me where He will. I will go without a murmur, and His footsteps follow still. Last verse, I must have the Savior with me. In the onward march of life. Through the tempest and the sunshine.
May be seated at this time. Father, let's devotionally we pray in Jesus Christ's name.
Standing there and I listened to the youth making their presentation. The youth closed in their closing remarks. They spoke on or on promises. You know, even before I came here, I was lying in my bed and I said to myself, what should I bring forth at a meeting like this? And it's simple, short, faithful and fulfilling your promises. Faithful to your promises or fulfilling your promises. We know in today's world, and even in Jamaica, when it comes on to politics, a lot of time people are saying the politicians are not fulfilling their promises. Am I correct? Reason with you. Am I correct? He always said they need to fulfill their promises. And I realize on the program you have time for a change. That means when persons request change, it means those who before were not fulfilling their promises. So you're seeking somebody to fulfill what? His or her what? Promises. I remember I was watching a documentary once where this man and this woman, they both decided to get married. And at the wedding, when it was finished at the reception, when they both were there together, it happened that they were there dancing, and when friends of the family said to the husband or said to the wife, let me dance with him for the last time, she would hold her husband and said, no, I don't want no one else to touch him. He's mine, and we have made a promise. And the people said, oh, it seems like this marriage is going to last forever, because they seem so close, as if they love each other. So they went to bed that night, and oh, they had a good night. So early in the morning, they got up and said, let us go for a walk. And while they were walking and they reached to a part where a precipice was, the lady pushed her husband over the precipice. She had just made a vow. She had just made her promises that they would live together as one. But as the time come, she pushed her husband over the cliff. Sometimes we continue making promises and we're not fulfilling it. Am I true, my friend? It happened that even when I was going to primary school, we had a reading book where teacher would give to us. I remember this story where this king was in charge of a palace, and he had a faithful servant who usually watched over all his gold within his palace and all his assets. But it happened that he died. So he said, I need a new servant. And he sent forth the news, so applications came in. We were about 50 persons. So the king said, I cannot employ 50 persons. I need one. So he said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask everyone to come and have dinner with me. And he said they had dinner. When he interviewed them, because he had it from in the morning until the evening, he said, you are so faithful, I don't know who to choose. But the king remember that the servant he had before loved to dance. So the king said, I want to see those who are coming in if you can dance. So the king requested and said to them to dance. One of the servants up, and he danced, and he danced, and he danced, and he danced. And the king said, okay, rest, is there anyone else? The others could get up because while they were in the king's house, they stuffed their pockets with the king's jewelry. So if they jumped to dance, the king would hear. We must be faithful to our promises. Thank God we are here today with people who are here with you who are faithful to their promises. What do you say? But I know that I have a friend whose name is Jesus. He's faithful to his promise. Because I remember when Adam and Eve were created and they sinned, in Genesis 3:15, it was prophesied that Jesus would have come and he would have died for our sins. And it had fulfilled that. He said, Father, if it is what possible for me, let this cup pass from me. But he said what? Not my will, thy will be done. Listen to me. You know, I'm a person, you know, who I support Elder Oliphant. But I'm a very frank person. When I see the people within here gather together, here to give support, let us all be faithful to our what? And let us fulfill our what? That's why one of my favorite songs is Standing on the Promises of Christ my Savior. Standing on the promises of God. But guess what? For the promise to be fulfilled, we have a part to play. What do you say? Because you can't expect a promise to be fulfilled while you're sitting down. You need to work for that promise to what? Fulfill. So as you gather together today and you come to discuss and to make plans for the future and for the leadership of this country, what I expect to come, Make sure you work together as one, and the promises you make to each other, fulfill it, but most of all, Christ has fulfilled the promise, and he's going to come again, and he's coming one day to take us home, and I'm looking for that promise because I know it will be fulfilled. God bless you as we stand together as I pray and ask for the Lord's blessing upon this meeting. Father, it is so good that we're alive today, that we, your people, who have created in your own image and likeness, could come to a political meeting of the People's National Party where the leaders and delegates and others have gathered together to have this meeting to discuss issues and matters, to see what best approach, what they can do to have a better leadership in this country. I beg Almighty God to take full control. Bless each individual who are here. Bless the leaders, anoint them, give them the right words, speak to them, give them the knowledge, understanding, the wisdom, not that they organize and put things together, Father. They are not doing it for themselves, but they are doing it for everyone. Now when it is finished, all of us together can celebrate. Lead and direct, and let it be filled with love. But most of all, Father, when you come, help all of us also to be ready to go home and live with you, we pray. In Jesus Christ's name, amen.
Thank you, Pastor. Be seated, please. Comrades, are you ready? Are you ready, comrades? Well, this afternoon I want to introduce to you, but before I do so, I'm asking those on the outside to come on the inside. So music, man, give me a little music, a little bit now.
Yo, Ramba still. It's Martin Darcy. Showing them big for real. I say you showing them big.
For this session, Mario Mitchell, put your hands together as Mario comes to do our MC. Put your hands together.
Microphone check 1, 2. Mic check 1. Work with that one. Mic check 1, 2, and 3. Comrades, are you ready? Mandeville Division, are you ready? No, sir. We're not ready. The comrades on the outside, please to come on the inside and have a seat. The comrades in the back who are standing around, please to come and have a seat. We are about to start Mandeville Conference for 2024. We now start with the meeting look like this. I'm going to ask everybody on the outside to make sure you bring in all the people on the inside. There's double amount of people outside that are here. I want the body to come inside. Now, music man, we can start the conference. Mandeville, are you ready?
We fall on to fire. Your voice so just
No longer. Music man, play the song. We are ready to start. Time me feel so true no rum no there yet, you know. I don't understand no, I don't see no that from even. But play next time I could start and warm it up. I look rum for there, you know. I don't understand how I go. And all who never got church, they don't get no spirit. They want some other spirit if you not got church. For me again, we could start. Comrades on the outside, those at the back, please to come up further. Those on the outside, who may I go send go? They go call the people on the outside now. Where is Bangy? Raja, no, don't go upstairs, Raja. Go outside and bring in the people on the outside, please. Run up the people on the outside. Drop a next song for me, the boss. We could get the music.
Now special dedication to all
I want to invite the guest speaker who lead from example to the head table. The guest speaker is here long before even the private session was finished. Welcome, Comrade Julian Robinson, the next Minister of Finance for the People's National Party, our guest speaker. Yeah. Welcome, Comrade Julian Robinson, our guest speaker, speaking on the issues. Comrade Patricia Duncan Sutherland, candidate in Eastern Kingston, president of the PNP Women's Movement. Let her feel. What me say a while ago? Eastern St. Anne? Oh, East Kingston. Eastern St. Andrew, that is Mona. Welcome, Comrade Patricia Duncan Sutherland. Give her a... Sit standing beside Comrade Patricia. A teacher by profession and newly minted councillor for the Napatrick Division, Councilor Carl Smith, Napatrick. Also another teacher, only a teacher down a parish council, you know, when the minutes are read, everybody are going to say that the I's and cross the T. Another teacher, all the councillor, Councilor Omar, TJ Robinson, all they get upon. And the man who have a record that nobody no win yet. And they want to make sure that the Mount Massey up on the hill was defeated in the first time. Welcome, former MP Calvin Lynn is also here. And you're going to have many speakers joining us. And a lady that I see sitting here, many of you don't know her. But she is the junior spokesperson on sports. I want you to welcome Dr. Olivia Rose, also here to the head table. Give her a round of applause. I want to big up all the members of the Patriots. I see former President James, Pastor Blake. I don't know why you guys are down here, but you need to make your way here. I see Candice around here is the president of the Manchester chapter. And I want to big up Sabrina from the PNP YO, the PNP Women's Movement. Members of the Mandeville Divisional Executive, members of Central Manchester, Belfield Division, Royal Flat Division, and Apache Division. Let's say welcome to Mandeville Conference for 2024. Music man, give me a next song, but me jumping at the speakers them right away. Who is the opening batsman first tonight? Give me a next song, and me bring on the opening batsman. Any song, just find a song. All the comrades on the outside, they are on the inside now. Not ready yet? All right. It was not evil. No, many people always believe say Oliphant is a man, no, so you can't take lightly, you know. And Oliphant ensure that why. What depend Oliphant, your third term as a councillor. Give him a round of applause. making sure it's a Mandeville firm and strong. Now hear me now. We're going to have a very good time. This is the second conference in Central Manchester after the Belfield conference, and we are to a great start. So I bring to you now the opening batsman to bring you greetings from the caucus of councillors. I say welcome the man from the Spurtree division. Welcome Councilor Ryan Peart to the Mandeville Divisional Conference.
Yes. Ryan Peart, you don't look so great. See? Ryan Peart, it's about to feel hot, 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 hot. Hey yo, Ryan Peart's drop. Guys try to tell you, Ryan Peart was drop. And I'm support that comes out in the corner.
Good night, comrades, councillors, MP candidates, MP. I'm here tonight to first big up Councillor Oliphant. Now, this is his night, and Councillor Oliphant had been here. This is his third consecutive term and his third victory. And them always say Oliphant is going to lose every election. And them always get it wrong, just like how them say PNP now win the next election. But let me tell you this. The last local government election we had in February, right, proved different. For a government in power that have majority, more than 3/4 of the majority in parliament, they're supposed to win every single parish council, basically almost every parish council seat in Jamaica. Because based on the fact on history, when Michael Manley was in 1986, when we had the local government election, Michael Manley had won the general election after. When we had lost under PJ Patterson, we had lost the local government election. So it was the time with Portia Simpson Miller. When she had won landslide, we won all 14 parishes. So this time around, we won 7 municipalities out of 7. Right, so this is an indication that PNP definitely will win the next general election. So comrades, I don't want us to be comfortable and feel that everything is everything in terms of the poll, we leading in the poll and so forth. We need to start hitting the ground now, and we can't be complacent. We need to help, as councillors, we need to help MP candidates. And it's not going to be an easy road, because I'm telling you, they're going to come with them all. So we have to come prepare and get ready for them. And comrades, when I sit in parish council and see my colleagues, out of 15 of us, right, we have 12. And the other day, after every meeting, we normally go have lunch and so forth. And our colleagues now, the other 3 members, right, they want to join us, say we can't get any lunch one day. But we tell them, say it's not like say we want distance only, but certain things we have to keep to ourselves, because we can't trust them. Just like how we can't trust the government. They are the same. But I'm happy where I am now, because it's like we're one big family and we are bonded, and we live good, and that is how PNP live. And that is how we must continue. We live in unity, and we must continue being that way. So comrades, I just want to say the work starts now. And we have less than over a year. Next year, September, will be the last month. And I know for this conference, upcoming conference, we want this to be the biggest and to show the JLP say time come. Time come. And comrades, we need you. We need you. The word is love.
Give it all the warning. What will you can tell them? What's out, make we come down, make we come down, what's out, make we come down, make we come down, 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 and with the mountain when I sit and sit down.
One more time for the opening batsman and the first term councillors for Spurtree, Councilor Ryan Peart. Opening batsman. Give him a rolling round of applause. Coming to the stage right now is the candidate for Central Manchester and the Mayor of Mandeville. Welcome His Worship Donovan Mitchell. Now hear me now. We are disciplinarian and I'm going to call some name. You see them three ladies over there who come from Georges Valley, who come have a seat and come sit down on the chair. I don't want no empty chair for the people on camera. I don't want no lady turn up and lean up on the wall. Come Vivine, come Sasa Data, come no money no ramp with me. You come have a seat. Too much empty chair over here. Every woman will sit down and lean up on the wall. Come. Old man them lean up on the wall and come sit down on the chair. That's why we have chair there. Come, nothing wrong. The bathroom is right over here if you need the bathroom. That is how we go and work it out. Me don't want nobody to string off all over the place and we have good chair there for you to sit down pan. Thank you, Auntie Vivian. You look nice though. Yes, man. Come and have a seat. Yeah, me know. Roger, I want you still running the people on the outside. Too much people outside and there are empty chairs on the inside. Come in. A PNP business. But I go run up some people from your outside. Please and come in. Yes. Round them up. Send them in. Comrades, I want to big up Comrade Vernon, man, who's the regional secretary who is here. I want to big up Comrade, all the members of the executive who is here. Mrs. Oliphant, you all right? Sitting comfortable and everything. Councilor Oliphant, bring your wife one bottle of water. I look out for your best interest. You have water? Okay. All right. All the comrades who are here from the PNP, who are here from the women's movement, and from all the divisional executive, I say welcome to everyone. But I want to welcome a councillor who was not here when I was doing the introduction. The first term councillor up in North East Manchester from the Wallaston division, Mandeville, who make welcome Councillor David Knight to the podium. Wallaston division. I'll call up the next speaker, the councillor for the My Gully division and the deputy mayor of Mandeville, Ron Kennedy, is also making his way here. Welcome, Councillor Kennedy. Moving right along. So I move to the councillor from the Wallaston division, North East Manchester. We never have no doubt that Wallaston would come over, and not many people they believe Mr. Christina did come to. But I want you to make welcome the councillor of the Wallaston division, Councillor David Knight, to the podium.
Comrade warrior of the People's National Party, foot soldiers, good evening. Comrades, I want to start by saying a very big thank you to the Mandeville division who have helped me along the way while I was campaigning, especially your councillor, Councilor Oliphant. When I first met him and I told him that I'm running in the Wallaston division, he said to me, you have to be careful of the man that you are running against because he's not easy. He's a man who don't talk. So you have to do the opposite to win. And comrades, I did the opposite. And I kill the lizard.
Somebody please tell me no.
So comrades, we at Wallaston have entered into a race and we got 2 out of 3 in the local government election. And in the general election, we are going for the next one to make it 3 out of 3. we have made a promise to you from the get-go that I have 3 mandates. And the first one is to allow the Wallaston division to be in the winning column of the People's National Party. Promise made, promise kept. The second one is to allow Comrade Valentin Wint to become the next Member of Parliament for North East Manchester. And the final one is to allow Comrade Mark Jeffrey Golin to become the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. Comrades, when I won, about a month after, I called the office of my Member of Parliament, the Honorable Audley Shaw, and I asked the Secretary to set up a meeting so I can meet my MP. She said to me, "What you want to meet the MP for?" Me say, "I am the councillor and he's the Member of Parliament. So it is quite in order that I have a sit down with him." She said, "All right, me I go try." 3 weeks after, I called back the office. She declined me call. I went away and I spoke to a Labour right. He said, "Let me tell you something. I want to see that man and I have to go to Kingston." So our Member of Parliament is presently missing in action. Recently I heard that he said that the local government election don't call yet. Him head gone. Because him still believe that we waiting on the local government election. But comrades, we have a lot of work to do. We only have 1 Member of Parliament in Manchester. And we want to change that around. And we want to give them a 4-0 in Manchester. Because we want our MP.
Follow me now. Mix this. Boy, I'm gonna rush them like a...
So we're not changing the people. We are changing the MPs because we want our PNP MP to run Central Manchester, to run North East Manchester, and to run South Manchester. And so what we did in the local government election, I am begging you, please, let us double our effort. Because when we double our effort, we can allow this dream to become a reality. So we're looking forward for the victory. Manchester, Northeast Manchester, Central Manchester, South Manchester, and Northwest Manchester. Comrades, hold the fort because the PNP is stronger than before.
That is quite an appropriate song to bring down Councilor David. Give him another round of applause again. And you know why it's inappropriate? Because Northeast Manchester is going to be in the winning columns the next 1.5 years or less. Because Northeast Manchester, out of 3 divisions, was able to deliver 2 out of 3. And in about 36 years, we never win Christiana, and Christiana is in the columns of the People's National Party. Everything is in play. And let me give you a next secret. It's about 62 or 63 popular votes The JLP win us by in the local government election. So we now ease up when it comes to the general elections. We're moving to get Northeast Manchester. Give them a round of applause again.
To the foundation of the music, to all the godfathers who sent it. You know, you have some little people that know respect. As a matter of fact, them is gonna hard men for the elders, but you see the elders then? You see the elders then? Tell them, sir, watch it. When you know, so no pet, no sugar, no soda, we no powder.
Is I want to big up my campaign manager, Everton Bishop Pennant. Stand up, Bishop, let them see you. Birthday today, big up yourself. Start what? Yeah, big up Bishop, because you're very strong. Sister Charmaine, make sure you deal with him good later on, and make sure him go to work. Happy tomorrow. Yes. Comrades are moving right along. And I you know, first term councillor up in the Napatrick division, a son of the soil, Central Manchester, a teacher by profession, the sportsman. Welcome, Carl Simit.
Comrades, Wagwan. You're there. Yeah, man, we're there, man. Well, I won't be long. I won't be long. We're just hitting the point. Comrade Chairman, Comrade Nikisha, Comrade Trisha, Comrade Oliphant, Comrade Julian, Comrade the next Member of Parliament for Central Manchester, Comrade Donovan Mitchell, big up on yourself. Fellow councillors and Comrade Lynn, I'm going to be quick. The writing is already on the wall. The writing is already on the wall. We give them a clean sweep in a Central Manchester. We send all candidates and the Member of Parliament into hiding. You see when the general election call, them are going to migrate. Them are going to take with themselves and them are going to go in a further hiding. Comrades, I want you to understand what is happening. This country cannot and will not run properly unless it is run by a PNP government with Mark Jefferson Golding as the leader. So you see, whenever them call it, we take out with neighbor, we take out with friend, we take out with enemy. If you and them not talk now, once election call, we and them are best of friends. We're going out in our numbers, and we're going to send a message. Not only say Central Manchester is PNP place, but that the entire Jamaica is PNP country. Comrades, the word is love.
Big up Comrade Carl Smith again from the Napatrick Division, bringing warm greetings to Mandeville Conference. Comrades, Councilor Emeritus Erwin Facey, big up yourself. I see you down at the back there. You need to come and say hi to the people on the stage. Big up the former councillor who is here. Comrades, I want to big up some people when I see, as I soon me are big up. But I see my friend the other day when I have my conference. I know some PNP serious, you know. Some PNP are serious people, you know. And when we have my conference at Belfield 2 weeks ago, when we start, I see a comrade walk in and flying from foreign to come at conference season. And when election, they keep there in the day when voting are going on. Miss Jared, big up yourself. Stand up, comrade from Royal Flat Division. Because you know some PNP are serious people. Flying because conference, we don't clap her. Yeah, man. Conference season, I keep on she flying. Comrades, we're moving right along. And I bring to you also now another new councillor, another teacher, 12 PNP firm and strong in the Manchester Municipal Corporation. A young teacher, another sportsman, Mr. Ali Getapan. Welcome Amar TJ Robinson.
Check. DJ, no man, no DJ. I can't so DJ. Only how much you pay for your sound? Because, yeah, I want to know what go on here, sir. DJ, do something, man. What you talk about? DJ, one girl said me look 32. And one said me look 28. Give me something little fresher. Yeah, give me something little fresher. What you say, man? A PNP time, you know. Me like that cozy one there, no, but give me something little. Me have to play something when my boss can do a move, man. And pastor, no worry about it. Big up yourself, Comrade Oliphant. A long time you do this. A year conference. And by information, this is my high school, the Carteret College. One of the best in the region. Thank you. Thank you for your invitation, Councilor Oliphant. Comrade Chairman, comrades at the head table, my councillor colleagues, I tell you, parish council nice. Face it, he nice. May I tell you? And we are doing something now at parish council. When we finish meetings, you know, we just take up a little attache and we start walk the place. Yeah, man, we start walk the town and we start to empower some business people. So it's a new look to parish council with 12 of us marching out, week in, week out. Is a good look. But I am here for a very important mission because we are in a serious time, Jamaica. We are living in a serious time. We definitely cannot sleep with our windows and doors open. And you would have heard that many times before. Our safety has been compromised. Alligator Division has only one service vehicle. Just imagine that. One service vehicle. And when that is down, you know, say we're going to zero, we have no service vehicle. So time after time when we go down to zero and something happens in the division, you know what happened next? Trouble in the division. And the criminals know this. The criminals know when the vehicle go down because they wreak havoc in the division. I call on the powers that be to fix that problem. So many things to fix with this liar administration because they have failed us in so many ways. They have failed us in the health sector. Right now, somebody for you, somebody for me is at the Mandeville Hospital in a chair. That is not the Jamaica that we want to see. We want to see a Jamaica with first-class health system and health care, and that will come under the People's National Party. We're tired of the poor governance. We must get rid of them. I want to say, get rid of them. We need a leader with integrity. Yes, a leader with clean hands and a heart of love.
And that man is our leader, Mark Jefferson Golden. I must tell you though, the school was seen as a safe place. The school was seen as a second home for our children. Nowadays, when we send them to school, we have to be worrying if they will return home safe. Is that the Jamaica you want your children to be in? The next government, the PNP government, will ensure that the quota of guidance counselor, it's now at 1 to 500 students. That can't work. The next PNP government will increase that quota because we need to have our children under good and proper supervision. One can't work, and we have seen it time and time again. All systems have failed. All of them, and it's time for us to put on our working shoes. We have done it in the local government. The time is less than a year for the PNP to become government again. Every single one of you out there has a responsibility. Every single one of you have a responsibility to bring out the votes. You have a responsibility to sell the message of this great political movement, the People's National Party. As we say, going forward, Mark Golden, the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. The word is love.
Clap the teacher another time and give him another round of applause. First term Councilor Omar T.J. Robinson from Alligator Pond. Miss Lawrence, you all right? You all right, Miss Lawrence? Good. Give Miss Lawrence a round of applause, because I know a decade she did in this thing. Was the office attendant for decades, and she's still here with us at every conference. All for me conference, Miss Lawrence there. Nah, miss none. I want to big up each and every one. Bonito Crescent people, them there? Bonito Crescent? See that grove? See that grove? Georges Valley. All right. About the name in the register. We're moving right along, and we're going to close out the segment of councillors. And I'm going to bring the man from my gully, another teacher. I want you to welcome the Deputy Mayor of Mandeville, Councilor Rohan Kennedy, Northwest Manchester.
Nothing for me, Mr. DJ. Comrades, right? Mr. Chairman, big up yourself. In the last term, we were classified as the new kids on the block. Now we turn whole goat, eh? Big up yourself. Comrade on the platform, big up on yourself. I must single out our guest speaker, Comrade Robinson. And of course, we have a local team here from where I come straight out of. Where I come straight out of. Where I come straight out of. We have a little team here from my gully. Big up on yourself. And of course, you, the executive, the hard workers of the Mandeville division, big up on yourself. Councilor Oliphant, you do it already, and you do it again, eh? But what I can tell the residents of Mandeville who have voted you back, and it is with an increased majority, they can rest assured that they have an excellent representative in the Manchester Municipal Corporation. But here, so for the amount of teacher in the Manchester Municipal Corporation, the Minister of Education, I don't have it now, I wonder how I go on. The teacher them now only migrate to overseas, them migrate to politics. But I can say it's not for the money, you know, it's for the love while we are here. But comrades, I want to thank you. Last year I came to you, I would say if you vote for Oliphant and put him back, and you did it, clap yourself. What has happened in the last local government election is just a rehearsal of what to come in the general. Time come, comrades, for a better educational system. Time come for better security. Time come for a better health sector. And the better one can only happen under People's National Party, led by who? Mark Jefferson Golding. So you have given us Oliphant as a PNP council. And I know you're going to give us Donovan as your next MP for Central Manchester. And when we ask you for the next Prime Minister, of course, it's going to be who? No, only sound confidence. Who is going to be the next Prime Minister after the next general election? Mandeville Division, if you're ready, say power. If you're ready, say power. One love.
What's it right now? Big up Peter Phillips, Barwell, Nickel, Wickham, Julian. We entire victory massive. So right now we're going forward. We're in the
Comrades, I want to listen and take care now because the match is there. 4 out of 4 in Central, 4 out of 4 in Northwest Manchester, 2 out of 3 in Northeast Manchester, and 2 out of 4 in South Manchester. I will lose Porus by only 30 votes. I never see sitting bun me so yet. 30 votes, you know. But nonetheless, them say never too late for your shower rain. And we're going for Porus back because PNP must control the gateway of Manchester. Coming in, the first at the last place of Porus. So big up each and every one. Comrades, I'm going to make him touch it for a minute because a long time him there. Enough term him serve as councillor over Spiritual Division. He was also a teacher. At that time, about 2 of them are so did on a parish council. Now about 10 teachers you have there. Welcome the former teacher, the former councillor, Councillor Irwin Facey to us. Bless you and give you short greetings.
What's it right now? Big up Peter Phillips, Barwell, Nickel, Wickham, Julian. We entire victory massive. So right now we're going forward. We're in the
Comrade Chairman, I was wondering when called me up here, I said, oh, retirement suite, you know. Comrade guest speaker, Comrade Mayor, the next MP for Central Manchester. Let me hear it for Comrade Donovan Mitchell. Councillors, other guests at the head table, and you, the workers and warriors of the People's National Party, it's a pleasure to be here and to bring you warm greetings. So, comrades, how are you feeling? You feeling good? Well, let me first congratulate Councillor Jules Oliphant and his return as councillor for the Mandeville Division. Big up the man. And I want to congratulate the Manchester Municipal Corporation, which is now 12-3, right? We just have come, right? And it's a time come. And I want to commend all the constituencies. In Central, it is 4 out of 4. And in Northwest, it is 4 out of 4. And of course, having served 5 terms, which amount to 25 and a half years, I said I call upon a young man, and I want him to stand and pass the baton on to him. Comrade Ryan Peart out of Spurtree. All right? I'll make sure, I'll tell them, say, we come see spiritual in a PNP hands. I mean, I'll leave it in a PNP hands. So if I'm proud of it and give the man who was there, man come on the, what you call it, the very short time, right? And he give him a proper backside, see. Win by about over 500 votes. Can you imagine? Right? So comrades, I want to congratulate and to encourage the new, especially our new councillors. The thing say, right? It's a young boy, don't know what's down, but we will learn, right? To commend you and to continue to work for the people of Manchester. There are a lot of work to do. Up to this morning, I hear them making noise about on Bad Road and some kind of on Spiritual Hill. And I hear them call the parish council name and say here and now. They not even know so well then of National Works Agency responsible for it. And they need to call, I don't know why they don't call the MP from South Manchester, who that constituency, that era fall in his constituency. But really, a lot of work to be out there to be done. And I know the only party that we can guarantee to bring success to Jamaica is the People's National Party. So are you ready for Comrade Donovan Mitchell to be the next MP for Central Manchester? Government of Jamaica, are you ready for Comrade Mark Jefferson Golden to be the next Prime Minister of Jamaica? Well, comrades, a lot of work still to be done, but the road is love, and I know under the PNP banner, we will get it right. God bless you.
National Party.
Councilor Emeritus Erwin Facey, formerly of the Spiritual Division, give another round of applause. Words of encouragement. But comrades, I want to big up all the members of the constituency executive for Central Manchester, led by Constituency Secretary Comrade Carleen Thompson, somewhere here, and all the other comrades of the executive of the constituency. Give them a round of applause because we did the work. We did the work in 2024 of February, and I tell you, we want to big up all the other divisional executives and the campaign teams in Central Manchester because of the work that you did. Some people already have some big old mouth that chat over the whole of Jamaica, get quiet and then get silent as a lamb. And the work continues because we have much more to do. So we're moving right along. And I bring to you now a businessman, an astute businessman right here in Central Manchester. He has the record of the Mount Amasi one up on the hill as the only man to put him and give him a proper lesson and a proper backsliding. And I bring to you now none other than former Member of Parliament, Comrade Calvin Lynn.
Comrade Chairman, in the interest of time, all protocol observed. Let me say, at this time, Jamaica is at a crossroad. I have decided to come out of political retirement. That was in January of this year, to play my part in securing victory for the PNP in Manchester in particular. Leading up to the next election, which should be the general election, to change and kick out this most corrupt government of this country. I say so because I have been speaking with professionals, doctors, lawyers, teachers, farmers, you name them. They are sharing the same argument. They are tired of the corruption. A question to be asked: where can you find the $400 million plus that the then Minister of National Security gave to his friends to provide vehicles for the police force? Can you show me one? Answer me, man. The most recent one, the then Minister of Education was kicked aside. He bandoled $40-odd million. He is to go to court anytime now. Check the date. You will see it. I say that to say this because of my age, my time in the PNP, having campaigned for the first time 72 election when Michael Manley won. And remembering from 1944 when I was 6 years of age. History now. That, the question to you, some of you know it. Can you tell me how many JLP MPs went to prison since then, the early 90s, when I was in Parliament and Portia Simpson was Minister of Labour? FIVE. 5. One near McPherson, Malcolm, Simmons, Papa Lewis, and the one named Smith that bandoled the farm workers' money. What a shame. What a shame. When I tackle people and give them my argument, you hear them say? How many PNP? Me say so far 0. 0. And I hope that record will stay intact. So come, it's a serious time. So bear with me. Now, having been part of the Central Manchester team, I have been around and we have our flags, but it came to my mind, we should not just PNP colored flags around. We must send a message. And speaking with Comrade Oliphant, as you know, he's a printer, graphic artist. And we have come up with this. The message is that PNP for housing. Who started housing trust in 72 onwards? Michael and Comrade Spalding and Minister. Next one. Equal pay for women. Who came in with that? No bastard again. So we not to forget with history. We must be proud of it and talk in your group meeting around what the new one name social media. Me can't do that, but me can talk, me patois, and me English too. So talk with talk and be proud. Because PNP has a strong record. While the other ones them can hide. When they do like this, you know what I say to them? You're pickpocket. When they show green band, talking to the mic, right, forward, ever, backward, never. When them show me piece of green material, I say, you're a green lizard, run up in the tree. Get her from there. So, little joke of it in it too. But on another serious note, let me say that our message of today is to be one. The PNP people, go to your workers' meeting, go to all that you are invited to, and play a part. Because we know the record and the history and the result of February gone. They are running like scared hares. So I'm saying that the work is there to be done. Previous speakers mentioned that. But I'm saying to you, don't be afraid. Stand 10 feet tall. and put out your PNP argument. Let me say quickly before I take my seat. We have a party leader. You hear his name called so many times. All the other one talking about is propaganda. I can tell you that his father, Professor Sir John Golding, did his part when polio was rampant in Jamaica. Why you think the rehab place is named in his honor? Look up below University Hospital. Sir John Golding Rehabilitation Center. We know about that. So if we talk and say, "Uno go," Mark Golding is a Barney man, him Anya man, him a go stay here. They can't run him away. So we welcome the party leader, a man of integrity, a man of purpose, a man whose integrity cannot be challenged. So comrades, time is going on. You might be tired, but me not tired all the same account to my age. But more to come. More to come. Can't say everything in one night. So, time come. I am a humorous guy. Them say that is why me give so many jokes, me look so young. For me age. Either one of them. You know about the lyrics and part of the jokes that I give as a slogan for the Paris Council election. Me can say it to some of you. The PNP slogan symbol is a head. You have a head. So use your head and vote for the head, because without your head, you're dead. Yes, and you know, when that song came out, Stand Firm, you know, so some people never know so it was in the Bible. All heap of places. I'm going to do my research, and next meeting I can tell you where to find it. Like finally, it is said that in everything give thanks. That is found in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 18. It did they look and see if they're like when we preach and say PNP is the best party, we don't have to tell any lie. So go research it. So comrades, I just warming up, but I have to come down. Comrade Oliphant, we have the flags to unveil. He's in charge. So he will actually assist me. So,
all right, okay.
You want?
I'm going to invite the mayor to come forward, who is the next candidate, MP for Central Manchester. And I want to say thanks to Mr. Lynn for sponsoring the flags. He sponsored Central Manchester constituency. And I'm handing them to
very much, Comrade Lynn. Equal pay for women, more housing for the family. Comrades, we're not ready for them yet. Just hold the fort.
Finally, I've asked a comrade at the executive meeting Thursday gone, and she presented me a while ago on my arrival the songbook of the PNP. Uno forget to copy at the group and study them and sing the song. Let me see if I'll do my horse if I can try one for you. It says number 3 in songs, the chorus. Come rally to the PNP, the banner made for you and me. The hope for all our ills you see is the banner of the PNP. So rally to the PNP. And the same thing the banner made for you and me. So sing your tune, your tune, man, and be proud to be a part of the PNP. Time come to send them a pastor. Thank you, comrades. I'll see you again.
We are fighting for a cause. Stand firm. Our country, them trying to sabotage. Stand firm.
Ease out. History class upon Sunday. One more time for Comrade Calvin Lynn. Where you say the Bible verse with 1 Thessalonians? 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 8. You go read in the Bible and make sure so you confirm what him say. This is in the Bible. Comrades, one more time. Comrade Calvin Lynn, give him another round of applause. A man that love him party and love the People's National Party and what we do. Comrades, to bring you short greetings, I know I'm late, but this is his second conference today because he was at the Grove Town conference earlier on. I'm going to give him 2 minutes to come and heal up everybody and to say hi. Welcome, Councilor Anthony Bryce. Also on the third term like Wolfand, right? Big him up for his Councilor. Councilor Joe. Huh? 4 Bryce gone? Bryce not so old, man. Welcome also Comrade Valentine Wynne, next Member of Parliament for North East Manchester. Welcome, Comrade Wynne. But to bring you short greetings, Councilor Anthony Bryce of the Newport Division.
Cut.
Comrade Chairman, comrades at the head table, comrades of Mandeville Division, let me hear you. Comrades of Mandeville Division, let me hear you. They all know we know no crampy, sir. Comrades of Mandeville Division, let me hear you. That better. Comrades, time come, right? And you can see JLP get nervous. They could have print and send everything on social media about Comrade Mark Golding. Comrade Mark Golding will be the next Prime Minister of Jamaica. So you see they start turn fool and saying everything. They could have said anything, they could have said everything. We are going to win the next general election. And I don't see nobody gonna hiding like Rhoda. Nobody can find Rhoda. Nobody can find Rhoda, Comrade Julian, for after election. Well, Rhoda is still there, Manchester. Nobody can find Rhoda. Comrades, let me tell you now. Rhoda spent all her time campaigning against me. Say I'm Mickey Bunting go south, so me deserve to lose. Election day, she up at the office at Newport, I tally, and I watch. And one little labor right, a Rasta man, we always at Newport, go at the office and say, 3 o'clock now, you know, say Bryce, gone with it, we can't catch him again. When mother drive out for head, for Royal Flat, you know which part she go? She reach out at the center gate ahead of Rose Hill. And the PNP workers them just in time to hear her quarrel with the driver and say, I saw Mandeville there, I saw Mandeville there. Just in time to hear her, you know, and then call me and I say, where she there? I mean, never there too far from Newport, because any of me there in town at Newport, me da back her up in there, we da block up the road for her. But nobody can hear her. I see them patch piece of road up at NCU. First time you used to see Charmin out there, direct traffic. Me stop, me say, where's Charmin there? Nobody can find her neither.
And when Donovan done with Rhoda, we now dash him down an alligator pan because we don't want him as out. We not dash him in the sea. So comrades, big up on yourself. One love.
One more time, the man from Newport. Comrades, we're moving right along, and we are going to change gear now, and we're going to jump into the MP candidates and the national speakers. And I'm going to call up a lady that is no stranger to Central Manchester. All her political experience is in Central Manchester, a former member of our team. Next member of Parliament, Southern St. James. I want you to welcome a lady who has adopted Central Manchester as her second home, Comrade Nikisha Burchell.
Everybody step out of us. Them say, alright. We celebrate to the all-night. Jamaica, you know, say the country. Now roll right, everybody shout out. Magwolin time, him say, alright. Right now, we might go set things right. Kingston, pull it up.
You have to give me something for your hot girl. No, man, don't do me so, man. Give me something for your hot girl. We wait for you. Fine sitting. Fine sitting, man. No do me so. Look, man, you must can't find sitting. Look how much hot girl in our building. You don't think PNP girls nice too? Give me sitting, man. So nice. Central Manchester, Wagwan! Mandeville Posse, Wagwan! Cedar Valley, George's Valley. You know all of Central Manchester. About 11 years me spend down here now. I down here. Me cut my political teeth from banking and bunting to building with bunting to the performance boss. How much in local government election? Till they send me go a town, fi go work with the party. And guess what? Your girl create time come, you know. Your girl the time come. Big up yourself, Central Manchester. And thank you so much for investing in me. Most of you know me. I'm Nikisha Burchell. Usually work behind the scenes. And then, big work call me. I come from South St. James. I don't know South St. James. A bush, you know. But we're proud of it. And we create all of the food. We plant all of the yam and the banana and the apple. And we sell it in a Charles Garden market and feed the whole of St. James and Western Jamaica. Some might must reach a Manchester too, because we make the best pineapple and ginger out of South St. James. Councilor Oliphant, congratulations, 3-star general. Big up yourself. One thing we can always count on Councilor Oliphant to do is to win. All when you do that, you say, Jesus, you bite your nail and you say, what will happen? Make sure you put on your pot for Councilor Oliphant because he's a sure winner. And you have a leader who you can rely on and who will deliver for you in Central Manchester. So let me tell you a little bit about what happened, why me decide to move out of the back room and go in our front room. When we realized that we had an uphill battle because Alibaba and the thieves decide to then go dig hole like Chichi and then come out of Parliament. So we decide as a party that we're going to pull and some of the younger people them who've been out there working for the party. So you saw a lot of them come forth in the local government election. Some of them are councillors today because they were always there in the background doing the party's work, doing the country's work, and you took a chance on them and you voted for them, you worked with them, you organized with them and helped them to win a local government election. After the local government election, when they realized the PNP now sleep, PNP wake up, them decide, say, any poll where we come out with, they not going to believe it. Because I must cook where I cook up a poll. You hear that, don't? I must cook where I cook up a poll. But God believe me, man. We don't even need a poll to really see what going on in Jamaica. You know, sister, they not call him bro God again. Hey, then class him some way on social media. I wonder, at this man they used to call bro God. And I walk up and down in a green cloth. So remember, one time you could have said nothing about the man. As you see a word about him, bro God, then jump out by you. And if you're bad, and go say something about bro God on TV or on social media, police come for you, pull you from under your bed, lock you up, force you to apologize. No people them now say bro God again, them say, oh God, oh God. So I went over to central Manchester. I left central Manchester and I went over to South St. James, which is where I'm from. I'm from a community called Garlands. You never hear about Garlands yet? It's near one place named Moko. Deep South St. James. And that community has given me a lot. It has given my family a lot. And I decided I'm going to go back home and invest in my community. Because I give Central Manchester enough, man. Time come for South St. James. So I went over to South St. James and I decided I'm going to build on the legacy of our 7-star General Derek Kelly, who retired and said it's time for somebody younger than me to take the mantle and run. But when me come in at the place, because me's a little girl, not so little in a body anymore, me big now. The MP down there decide to fast with me. You remember? He decide to fast with me. And the people them take it for spite, you see. Them decides, all right, we go teach you a thing or two. We went into the local government election with no representatives in the parish council from South St. James. We had none. 4 divisions. How much you think we get in the last local government election? 3. 3 out of 4. And we nearly get it 4, you know. We nearly get it 4. But we say, all right, we're not a while you. We're not a while you. We get you on the next track when we do the general election. So comrades, you may not be seeing me in central Manchester, but me over there, me I work. And me I work hard, hard, hard. Today alone, I must tell you, I did 2 funerals. One in Bickersted, one in the next place called Spring Garden. Then me leave that and went to 2 grave digging. One in a Moko, one in a Vansfield. And then me drive myself